Okay, Josh Warrington. Going back, I'll regretfully take you back to your last fight.
Yeah, go on then. Drag me through it.
Did your missus have a bit of the hump with you after that fight? The amount of time you spent hugging Kid Galahad?
Yeah, she was getting a bit jealous, to be fair. She thought there was a fair going or something like that.
A bit up close and personal, wasn't it?
1.5, yeah. I'll tell you what, though, I'm not bad in wrestling now after that. Right, masterclass, wasn't it? Bloody hell, I mean, frustrating fight for the fans' perspective.
That seems to have got to you more than anything, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I thought that the unification fight was going to come after this one. We had 10,000 in the arena, packed out, making the noise. Just disappointed, really, because it seemed the build-up were more lively than the fight. None about that. Obviously, you engage with the build-up because if someone talks shit to you, you want to respond to it, and that's what more or less we did. But I thought that he might have lived up to everything he was saying. He didn't. He just wanted to survive, get paid. That's it.
Is there any surprise though? Because I think we all had a feeling, but it was the way the fight was going to go. It was whether you could shake him out of that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, in my own personal analysis of it, I felt like I could have gone around things a little bit better. I could have pressured, and I don't mean just going forward in straight lines. I could have pressured him in other ways a little bit sooner, because he, when you come in close in the exchanges, he was gassing hard after 5 rounds. He was blowing so heavy, and then when I did really push it to him, like the championship rounds, there were no punches really coming back from him. So it does make you wonder, what if I'd have done this? And then from the old fella's perspective, he would have been disappointed that some of the stuff we'd worked on I didn't really give, and I didn't really deliver. But that being said, it was scrappy, still got the win, and that's that, and you move on.
Was it 4 or 5 rounds to go? Papa Sean was asking you if you wanted to go back to work, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he just finds that as a bit of a motivation, but I don't know, I just do it. I think it's because I wasn't listening so much, really. We'd worked a lot on certain shots, and I wouldn't be, maybe like I was trying a little bit too hard at times, and obviously you've got to keep a cool head. I wanted to give all the fans a big performance, and maybe that came into it a little bit. Maybe I put too much pressure on myself about this one being the one before the unification and all that. So a lot of added things on there what could have added to the effect of my performance not being glittering, but it's one of them things, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like 29 fights is probably the worst performance I've had, but like I say, I still got the win, and I believed I won as well. Like, you see people on social media fucking saying that Galahad did this. How can you? When you watch
were you surprised how many people thought he won?
I was surprised. Don't get me wrong. Some rounds were hard to score, but certainly going into championship rounds, he was hardly throwing a punch. And yeah, I missed with a few because we were slippy and evasive. But if I were throwing 5 or 6, I was landing like half of them. And he were counting like ones, singles. You can't be winning the fight like that. And
I think people in the arena thought you won, and perhaps people watching on TV were getting led down an alley, weren't they?
I don't think Ronald McIntosh did me any favours. I mean, you watch the first few rounds of that. If it was a jab and I fell over my own feet, and Warrington is stumbling. If you're watching the boxing on telly, there it can play a part in your subconscious mind, and you start thinking, you start looking at it in a different way. Watch that fight without sound, you see a different fight. There's times when I'm landing 3 or 4, combination shots, and he responds 1, and he's talking about he's won. Over time it makes you think, it might change your opinion on a round if you think the round's close. But it's funny because most boxing journals who I spoke to who were ringside said, yeah, it was close, but we had you winning. Few people I thought I'd won it quite comfortably, 3 or 4 rounds, yeah. That's what more people were saying. And then you get out and you see on social media, and a lot of them were saying the same thing. They were surprised to see on social media how close it was, but I do think that the TV commentary played a massive part in that.
Much as the dentistry industry, I'm sure, would love to have you back, it's about keeping up a bit of momentum now, isn't it? I suppose, like this fight, Sofiane Takoucht, It's a world title fight. It's in Leeds. He's highly ranked, and I think it is important you maintain the momentum you've gathered over the last year and a bit.
You've got to keep that momentum going. You have to keep it going. Listen, I've been out for 11 months before. When I left Matchroom and come over to Queensberry, it's not good for you. Inactivity is not good, and it's a short career. You don't want to be sat on sideline. You want to be out active. You want to be out getting the fights. You want to be getting in them big nights. There's no like getting under the lights. You can spar all the rounds you want in gym, but it's a different kettle of fish under the lights. And the more you fight, the more you get used to it and keep your momentum going. And you know, I could have maybe sidelined, but fuck that. I'd rather be fighting. You know, I'm a world champion. We couldn't get the fights made. You've got to keep on getting the notches on the belt. You know, Joe Calzaghe reigned for 11 years. Not everyone can remember everyone who he boxed. We just remember that he reigned for 11 years. I don't want one of them champions who just calls himself a champion but fights once a year like Gary Russell. I want to be out active and keep on improving, because I believe that every time I go into a camp, I improve. Every time I come for a fight, I improve. So it's a way to do it, and certainly for the fans as well. I'm not going to be boxing forever, so we've got to enjoy these nights, these big nights at the arena. Obviously, gives a massive opportunity when you've got World Championship boxing on your doorstep. And
doesn't come around all the time.
It doesn't, and just enjoy it. And for myself, I just want to build on the last performance. And like I said earlier,
been a lot of talk, probably mostly from yourself, about unifications and things like that. But there's a problem with that, is you can't force champions to fight, can you? You can't become a mandatory because you're already a champion. Yeah. And I was said to your dad early on, but Leo Santa Cruz, Oscar Valdez, Gary Russell, do you think if they were in a mind to unify, they might have done it by now? Perhaps they're just not that way inclined.
Maybe so, and that surprises me the most, because obviously you've got two of them Mexican, and the Mexican mentality normally is like a die-hard mentality, but it might not even be them. It's the people who have around them. Who, say, well, there's easier fights out there. You can make just as good money with an easier fight. Why do you want to risk it all against Josh Warrington and blah blah blah, or even amongst themselves? I don't know. I've put myself out there. I've like I say, I've begged Frank, and he's assured me he's done everything he can. What more can you do? Like I say, I
can't force it to the table.
You can't force it. You just got to, and that's what mindset I'm in now. I had my sulk, I had a bit of a paddy in that at home. Throw my toys out of pram. Now my head's back on it, and it's just the case of keep winning in style, and like I say, patience will prevail.
I think I spoke to Frank on Monday in an interview and saying, but we think the featherweight division is going to have a bit of a shake-up and potentially a new wave coming in. Valdez has moved. There's talk of Gary Russell fighting Gervonta Davis. Leo, God knows what he'll do, but there's sort of a bigger fight will probably be up the weights for him. You could have a new wave in of people who actually want to fight.
Yeah, and it's red hot as well. You've got likes of Shakur Stevenson talking a little mumbo jumbo on Twitter, and he's wanting to fight. He said he wanted to fight me prior to him being moved as WBO mandatory. If he wins that world title, then that's one right there. But yeah, the division is constantly getting added with good fighters, and it's constantly getting shaken up. So that's why you've got to keep busy. You've got to be ready for the next wave of challenges.
Just lastly, have you had a look at Sofiane yet?
Yes, I'd look. He's nicknamed the Babyface, but he's far from it. He's far from a babyface, but a quietly spoken man, not personal about it. He's just been given an opportunity. He's taking it with both hands, and that's it. But to be honest with you, I want to win, and I want to win in style. I don't want a long drawn out points win or like that. I'll be looking to finish it early, and it's nothing personal. It's just business.
Thank you, Josh.